boys and girls. Remember every Friday we used to do a nursery rhyme? It's Nursery Rhyme Friday. Let's do this nursery rhyme. It's called Are You Sleeping? And the little boy here, what do you see him doing? He's sleeping. On this rainy morning, maybe some of you might have slept late. Let's do this one. It's called Are You Sleeping? We're going to sing it together, okay? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Want to do it again? Now say it with me. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. How does your parents wake you up in the morning? They don't ring bells. I'm sure they say, good morning. Hello, boys and girls. We're going to be learning today about the uses of trees and how important they are to us. Do you know that a tree is a plant? And that's exactly the title of this book. It's called A Tree is a Plant. And it's written by Clyde Robert Bula, illustrated by Stacy Schuett. We're going to read this book and learn all about trees. But first, remember, this is the cover of our book. This is the spine of our book. And this is the back of our book. And this book is going to teach us about trees. And trees, a tree is a plant. Let's start. A tree is a plant. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds, the way most plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? Do you see? Each tree is different. This is a palm tree. And this one with the hanging leaves is called a willow tree. And this one is a persimmon tree, where it has persimmons growing. And this one's a regular oak tree. And do you recognize this tree? I'm sure you would. We use this tree during what time of the year? You're right, during Christmas time. Let's turn the page. This tree grows in the country. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind of tree this is? This is, it's an apple tree, because what do you see hanging from the branches? You're right, you see apples. This apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Yes, you did, because we've been studying seeds, and some of you planted beans. And beans, your bean pod grew. Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. A wind blows over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. You see how that little seed fell on the ground and then the wind blew the soil on top of it? It got planted automatically. All winter the seeds lie under the leaves and the soil. All winter the seeds lie under ice and snow. It pushes into the ground. Spring comes, rain falls, the sun comes out, and and the warm earth, the seed begins to grow. We need sun and we need warmth for a seed to grow. At first, the young plant doesn't look like a tree. The tree is very small. You see how small this is? It is only a stem with 2 leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. Look how beautiful these are. Have you ever seen a tree with these beautiful pink and white flowers? The little girl is enjoying her summer day with her kittens. The blossoms last only a few days. They fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Among the leaves are small apples. The apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. You see these little green things in the middle? That's where an apple is going to grow. They're very tiny at first, just like you when you were little. Look here. All the apples grew. They're big and beautiful. They grow all during the summer, spring and summer. In the fall, they are large and ripe, and they are ready to eat. Have you ever been apple picking in the fall? Look, the little girl has a basket, and she's picking apples. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. You see this brown part here? This is called the trunk. It holds up the tree. And this part here, where it stretches out, is called the branches. The little boy should be careful. He's trying to pick apples. Spring comes again. Rain falls. What do you see come out when the rain falls? What is this called? You're right. It's a beautiful rainbow. And the rain helps the tree grow. The sun warms the earth. The trees blossom and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms. In the spring, and apples grow on it. Isn't this beautiful? So every year you get all your fruits from the trees. And that's the end of the story.